Welcome to Hot Take Tuesday, where we take one controversial sailing topic, break it down, and I give you my hot take. Then you can head into the comments and tell me why I'm wrong. Or maybe you'll agree with me. This week we're talking about anchoring, and my hot take is that most bad anchoring isn't really an anchoring problem. It's a courtesy problem. You know the boat I'm talking about, right? You're sitting peacefully at anchor, everything's quiet, and here comes somebody charging into the anchorage at 6 knots like they're late for dinner. Immediately, I'm watching them. First of all, slow down. People swim around their boats. The kids are swimming in the water. There are dinghies moving around. Nobody needs your wake rolling through their cockpit because you couldn't pull the throttle back for 30 seconds. But then, if I realize you're looking for somewhere to anchor near me, I start evaluating the boat and the owner. I'm looking at the bow. What anchor do you have? How big is it? And if I see some tiny little anchor that looks wildly undersized for the boat, or some ancient CQR that came over on the Mayflower, I immediately start thinking, please don't anchor next to me. Please. And of course, they do. But anchoring isn't just about finding an empty patch of water and throwing something overboard. When you come to an anchorage, come in slowly and look around. Which way are the boats facing? Which way are their anchors probably sitting? How much road do you think that they have out? How big are the boats that are around you? Anchor with boats that are similar to yours. Don't put a little monohull in between two cats. And maybe most importantly, what is the wind going to do tonight? Because the anchorage you see at 4 o'clock in the afternoon might look completely different when the wind clocks 90 degrees at 2 in the morning. You need enough space for your boat to swing with everybody else without crossing over somebody else's road or putting your boat 6 feet away from somebody else's cockpit. I had this happen. I have footage. I actually filmed this. This happened to me in Sandy Hook to give you an idea. I was anchored, barbecuing, having a perfectly nice evening when this hunter came charging into the anchorage. I want to say it was a 40-footer. And behind it was a little cabin cruiser, maybe a 30-foot powerboat. The hunter drops the hook. It had this Delta-style anchor that looked to me like it was probably perfectly reasonable for anchoring this boat on a lake, but it certainly didn't inspire confidence in the conditions we were in. And from what I could see, they put out maybe 3-to-1 scope. Already, I'm watching them like a hawk. Then their powerboat friend comes alongside and rafts up to the hunter. Well, now we have a completely different animal. They're not going to swing like everybody else. They have 2 boats rafted together on one anchor. They're 2 different hulls. And they're sitting close enough to me that I realize I'm starting to get uncomfortable as they're swinging over my road. And here's the part that pisses me off. I had to move. I was there first. I was properly anchored. I was having dinner. Everything was fine. But because somebody else came into the anchorage and it didn't give enough thought to what their boat was going to do, suddenly their anchoring problem became my problem. So when I got the opportunity, I pulled my anchor and I moved my boat. And that's really my issue. I don't care if you're new to sailing or boating. If you come into an anchorage slowly, circle around twice, take 3 attempts to get your anchor set, or even yell over to me, hey, I'm new at this, how much road do you have out? I have all the patience in the world for you. Everybody has to learn. Inexperience is fine. Carelessness isn't, because your right to anchor wherever the hell you want ends somewhere around the point where your shitty anchoring becomes my emergency at 2 o'clock in the morning. Use an anchor appropriate for your boat. Put out the right amount of scope. Actually back down and set the thing. Look at the weather. Look at the boats around you. Give people some room. And if you're not sure, ask somebody. 5 seconds of communication is considerably easier than 5 people starting engines at 2 in the morning because your boat's dragging through the anchorage. So that's my hot take. Bad anchoring isn't just bad seamanship, it's really bad manners. And now I really want to hear yours. What's your shitty anchoring story? Who dropped an anchor on top of yours? Who dragged through the anchorage? Who parked 6 feet out of your cockpit? Who came blasting through at full throttle and then dropped the world's smallest anchor right beside you? Put it in the comments. I have a feeling there are going to be some spectacular stories down there. And if I'm completely wrong, tell me that too. Hey guys, thanks for watching this hot take idea that I had. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you'll leave a comment and let me know what other hot takes that we should do, what other sailing topics need to be talked about. But also, I want to do another thing. I want to do a small channel Sunday or something where we feature a smaller sailing channel, say less than 50,000 subscribers. We'll try to get them on Zoom, do an interview with a goal of getting more eyeballs on some of the smaller channels, giving some of the smaller channels some more viewership, because I think that some of the smaller channels are some of the best stories. So if you're a smaller channel and you want to do a quick interview, maybe 10, 15 minutes, let me know. Message me on the Lady K Sailing Facebook page. If you're a viewer and you know of a smaller channel that deserves the hype, leave it in the comments and I'll go message them myself and get them on Zoom.